Hello everybody, it's Serafina Vinci here. Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back now with another makeup look, and for this video I am going to be using the Supernatural eyeshadow palette for the first time. I've had it for a couple years but never used it, and now I'm going to. And just right now, this is what it looks like on the cover. It says the Eternal War eyeshadow palette. Join the hunt. And then all the colors and the names on the back. And yeah, and then this is how it looks like in the actual package. What's inside, even the little devil's trap and then the anti-possession tattoo. And then there's all the colors. Sorry for the glare. So yeah, I'm going to be using this palette today for eyeshadow, while doing the rest of my routine is going to be normal, how I usually do it. So if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and comment what you think I would be able to do next, and yeah, enjoy. To start off with with the moisturizer, so I'm going to be moisturizing first, always. Right here. Got these new spatulas from Ulta like a month or so ago. Like I said it in my last video that I did, but I'm not sure. But I'm using this one for the moisturizer, and I'll use the other one for the primer afterwards. So moisturize. So I'm just moisturizing right now. So my mirror is right on under the camera, so I'm gonna be looking there a lot. So I've been doing makeup a bit more since my last video, and I've actually grown to be able to do a lot more than I previously did. I've just been learning and doing it, and I felt so awesome just learning everything that I've learned. Like, I'm even starting to do eyeliner more now. I'm not going to do eyeliner in this video, but I have started to do it a little bit more. I still mess up here and there, like the wing and sometimes on the eyes. It's just hard because I have hooded eyelids, so it's hard to like make the wing here, because like my eye wrinkles are like really bad at the corners, and then keeping my eyes still is extremely difficult, and keep them from fluttering, very hard. So we're gonna let it sit in for a minute before we put on a primer, which will be my normal e.l.f. primer. I put all my looks on Instagram except the one I did for class on Tuesday that just passed, because that one was more neutral and less visible and out there as like my St. Patrick's Day one was, or the ones before it. So I didn't post that one, but I do have the pictures that I took of it. So now we're gonna go to the primer. Just gonna put primer on. It's probably a lot. Okay. Spreading it all over. What is that in my hair? Oh my god, there's something in my hair. There, I'll get it in a minute. Okay. What is this? What is it? Oh, it's some primer. Oh, well, it's in my hair now. Is that bad? Is it bad to get primer in your hair? Hold on. I mean, it doesn't look like it's done anything. So let the primer sit in too before we start moving on to foundation. And I hope I'm talking louder. I'm really trying here. But it's difficult when you're a very anxious and shy person that doesn't talk much and has like little to no social skills. And when my voice changes all the time when talking to certain people, or even just talking in a normal conversation with someone, my voice can change to a lot of different tones. Especially when I start like not having things to say, like my voice just like, it gets quieter and quieter until I just stop talking. And I'm just there. Like every other like anxious person and antisocial introvert can relate, but that is like how I feel like all the time. So conversation is very hard for me. My lighting setup is very weird here. I had to like learn how to place the lamp I have right here in order so that my face is kind of clearly visible without any actual like full glare on it. So now you could just see the glare here on my neck from the light. Okay. So now we're moving on to foundation, and I am of course using my go-to Mam Poreless Normal to Oily foundation by Maybelline Fit Me New York. As I always use 102 shade Fair Porcelain because I am white, really white. So now we're gonna put in the foundation. I just do these heady motions. This actually gives me a lot of coverage. And I really like it for that because I have a lot of freckles. Because when I was a little bit younger than I am now, I did go outside like all the time. So not only was I born with freckles, but I did get a lot more from being in the sun often. And then I got older and I became an introvert and liked to stay inside. But at the same time, I also used to play with my neighbors a lot as kids. Like me and my brothers, we used to play with our neighbors. Like we were all like friends. But we kind of like grew apart and went to different schools and everything, so we stopped playing less and less. So we kind of just all went our separate ways. But surprisingly, except two of my neighbors from across the street, they don't live there anymore. But the neighbors next door on my left right now, so although in the camera it's my right, it's my left. So that way, that neighbor still lives there, and the neighbor the other way still lives there too. We don't interact with each other, but we do like see each other outside sometimes. We just like had different lives now. I don't know anything else. to the neck. Trying to blend it down to the neck so it matches. Okay. Trying to get a little bit more coverage over here for these freckles. Okay, and that's good enough. My nose is runny. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set that in with the NYX powder. So I'm just going to buff it all over. Powder went up into the air. So we're going to use this brush for it. I don't know what these brushes are called. They don't have the package anymore that had the names of all the brushes. And they don't have, all they have is like the name. But not like what they are for. So just buff that over to let it all set in. And then after that now we're gonna do concealer. Using LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer. It's a pale shade. It's shade Ivory. Because again, I'm like really pale. I'll put that on the hair along with here because I'm always blowing my nose. Here. And then like right here because the little shaving neck. And then just a little bit on my nose because my nose is like the worst. I'm okay with having this little freckle out right here. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it's fine. So then we take this brush. It's kind of angled here, and I just use it to blend out the concealer now. Around my eyes and on my nose. Ow. And I know my voice is trailing off a lot. Like I said, it's what happens. It's what I do when I stop knowing what I'm saying, or like if I stop knowing what I'm talking about or what to say next, then I trail off and I go silent for a little bit to think of it, like anything to say, if there is anything I have to say, or I just think should be said. I really hope TikTok does not get banned because I really like TikTok and it's a very large platform and all the communities that are on it. Like I never would know like as much as I know about like the supernatural community or any other kind of communities, fandoms, whatever, if it wasn't for TikTok. So like I really like it and I really don't want it banned because it's very important like to a lot of people. And I just wish they didn't want to ban it. Like, it's kind of stupid, if you ask me. But it's not up to me. If only. I really just kind of want to get rid of like a lot of the redness on my nose. But it's not working. Maybe that will help, like a larger amount of concealer. I don't like building up concealer as much as I am doing right now. I don't think it's good for my face. And it doesn't like hide it. Sucks, but I guess we'll have to deal with that. Surprisingly none. Okay. So after conceal, oh, now I'm gonna go back in with the powder, and I'm just gonna like set it into the concealer now that it's been blended in on my face. See if I can just get rid of the glow a little bit more. Oh, that's my face now apparently. Okay. So now I'm just gonna like set it under, just set it on the concealer, hoping it just like kind of absorbs some of it, makes it not so out there. Okay, and then one more place, and it's just there. Okay, oh, my nose. Okay, so now, also what I usually do now with my makeup routine is do eye primer before doing the eyeshadow, because I have very light eyelids, so sometimes the eyeshadow doesn't show up like I want it to, or as much as it kind of should for how pigmented some eyeshadows are that I use. So it's why I always use this white eye primer, so that it will show up. So I am going to use that before I use the Supernatural eyeshadow palette. So that's what I'm doing now. Which one did I use? This one. Okay. Sometimes I really hate having hooded eyelids for like this reason, and like eyeshadow, because it makes it harder to do a lot of eyeshadow looks because of how your eyelids are. Like, it's very difficult to like know how much to blend and stuff like that. Oh, that was an accident. Should have been paying attention there. Hate that I wasn't. I think I can get it, but I don't know if I should. Let me see if it can work. Oh, okay. Take off a bit of the concealer too in foundation, so I'm just gonna do a very tiny dab there. So I had to get rid of that, so I'm just gonna blend this out right on the top again, because I had to get rid of that little dab, accidental dab that I did. So put concealer back over top of it. It looks better. Not like new, but better. That's it. So that's the eye primer. Fix the mistake that it caused because I didn't pay attention. So I also wait for that to sit in a little bit so that I don't just, like when I put the eyeshadow on it, it doesn't smear it. So I wait for it to like set in so that the eyeshadow won't smear the primer. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Sometimes I don't say things right the first time, so I tend to say them like a second time, but hopefully better than I did the first time. It's very confusing, but that is how I am. I stutter a lot, and it's very hard for me to say like clear sentences a lot of the time. Even to my family, it happens, especially when I get like nervous. Even more so when I get really nervous. So now, Supernatural eyeshadow palette. So then I was thinking about maybe taking the shade, the darkness here, and putting it all in the crease, and then taking King of Hell and putting it on the actual lid. I don't know how that will look, but I really kind of want to do it. Is that good lighting? Can you see the colors? Not really, especially not then. Can you see the colors? You can. The darkness is just the black right here. And they're all glitter, so darkness is right there. It's black, and then King of Hell is like a kind of almost between like a mix of a dark and a bright red. I don't know. It's like a shade of red right there. Okay, finally got the plastic off, and here's how it looks without the plastic on. This side anyways. This side still has the plastic on since I'm not using any of the shades, but this side doesn't have plastic on it anymore, so which is why I'm careful not to touch. Alright, so now we're going in with the darkness, as I said, and we're going to put that in the crease. Which one is the crease? Here we go. So taking this angled brush, and I'm going to go into the darkness. It's Supernatural, that would be a bad thing, going into the darkness. Sorry about that. It's very pigmented. More so than I thought it was. So now I'm gonna get in closer. So I'm gonna blend it into the crease. Kind of looks smooth. Take more, just a little bit more. And to see if we could build it up. The name of the darkness is fitting for this eyeshadow color. Also, I really like the darkness. Why did she have to like join her brother at the end? Why did she allow herself to be manipulated by her brother? Like, I cannot stand that. Like, I wish that happened differently. I wish she hadn't like joined with him at the end before they got him, you know? Like, she has known her brother to be like a master manipulator. He even like locked her away, and then she still at the end chose him over Dean. I understand that Dean wanted to destroy her. Dean and Sam both wanted to destroy her because they thought that was the only way. But if they had done that, like destroyed both her and Chuck, okay, God, wouldn't they have destroyed themselves and the rest of the universe too? So was this like a stupid move all around for everyone? But I'm glad like when Jack became God, although I kind of didn't want that to happen, I'm glad when he became God that there was actually balance and not just like where it was with Chuck after Amara joined with him. There was like one eye blue and then one eye black. Like there, like it didn't show like there was balance. It's just like there were two powerful forces combined as one, like into one body. But with Jack, it was like total balance. I like that part. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the red, although I did mess up and it's like all out. I think that's in large part due to the concealer there. And the black looks a lot more like a blue when you look at it up close, like a dark blue when you look at it up close, or like a gray, kind of. So I'm gonna go in with King of Hell now, the second color right here. And I do hold my eyelid down so I can do it. because then I have access to like the full lid and not just a small portion. It kind of looks like I got beat up. I wonder if I can do eyeliner for this. I'm not really sure, but I could try. Okay. So it's not like out there kind of bright, but oh, that doesn't even help. So let's do the other eye. Sorry, was blinding me a bit. Like in the mirror, it looks like it's alright, but in the phone, it looks not that good. I'm gonna see without, like, if I could just kind of like blend it out more. Not really. It still looks kind of horrible. The crease colors are always the hardest for me to do. It's like, trying to make them into the crease is so difficult. I don't know what I look like, but I look like something. Let me see if I can just put some of it under. I'm not using that brush, but I'm gonna go in with this brush now. I'm gonna see if I can put the red under my eyes, like just right under the lower lash line. I've been doing that now too. It actually kind of looks a lot better when I do that. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking at the mirror down below. It's gonna look like my eye is like really red, but it's not. It's just the eyeshadow king of hell. And I wish they didn't kill Crowley off either, because he was like the best. Oh, Mark Shepard. So you can see it now. I do look weird though, I admit. I will admit I do look a little bit weird with that. Especially since it's red under my eyes. Sometimes it kind of helps with already bad eyeshadow. I still don't know if I like it because I did mess up with the... I think I put too much like on the brush and then tried to blend it and it did not work. Let me see if I can... No, I cannot. Okay. So those are the eyes. Didn't turn out that good, but at least I used the palette. It's just what I really wanted to do was use the palette for once, because I really liked it, but I just had it sitting there, not really using it. So I thought, why not do a video on it, like a first impressions of these kind of eyeshadows. And I did like them, except the darkness, which is supposed to be like a dark black, looks more like a gray. And it's not sparkly like it shows there in in the actual tray. See, it's supposed to be sparkly, but it looks like just a dull, like, kind of gray color. Or like a, there's like a blue color that it looks like when you look at it like up close in like a mirror or something. Almost like a smoky gray or kind of another color that I cannot think of at the moment. But those are the eyes. The eyeshadow anyways. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. So I'm curling my lashes and now I'm going to put mascara on. And I'm just using the Real Volume 10X lashes by Malibu Glitz for my eyes. This eye. When I hold my eyelids down, I do look like I have like long ass eyelashes. I kind of do. At least when I hold them down, you could tell, but I keep them curled up right now. And then after eyelashes, and I am learning to do bronzer now, but mostly on my just the cheekbones. And I don't do it where it's like extremely prominent. I only give like a subtle look. If I could open the bronzer. Oh god. Use this brush. It's also angled. And I just go in with the bronzer. It's Revlon Bronze Beauty. It's like a brown. And I just pat it in. Oh, that's my stomach. I think I should eat something after this. And then I do drag it up though, so well, not really drag, just kind of. Well, I do really kind of drag it. And then I do some around here. Very light though, keep it light, and then kind of here. Can you tell? I think you can do a little bit. Let me see. Okay, my baby hairs, pull them back. Okay. And then here. Okay. I think that's good. So try not to do too much since I'm not that good at it, so I don't want it like full on yet until I'm like much better at it, because I've only barely started bronzing, so I'm not the best at it. So I try and use as little as possible because I'm just like in the learning stages of it right now. So that's as much as I feel comfortable doing. And then now lips. Oh, actually I put on blush too. I'm using this blush. I've been using this blush because I like it. It matches the actual color of my cheeks underneath the foundation, so it kind of defeats the purpose of putting on foundation, but it also seems more natural, especially if you know me and have seen my true like red cheeks before. So we're just gonna use it. It is Tan G. I think that's a G. I know it's weird. Is that a G or a Q? Now last brush. Taking this one. It's flat. Kind of. A little bit poofy. I'm taking it. I'm only gonna apply like a little bit just above. I don't try and apply too much because I don't want to look like a tomato. Or like I'm like blushing hardcore. Because I only do that when I'm like really nervous. Or like a stranger's trying to talk to me, because then I'm like, deer in headlights kind of thing. I do look like a clown because it's kind of bright. Can you blend it out? Kind of. It's fine. I'll be fine. It's not like I'm going anywhere today. And last but not least is lips. And I was originally thinking maybe trying like a red lip with red eyes, but so I have this red lipstick right here. It comes from a little set. That's how it looks. This looks red to me. And then, so I'm just gonna, I guess, apply that. Boy, that's really pink. So that's how it looks. I guess that's okay with this look, because it's red, obviously. So here we go. I'm not an expert lipstick applier either, so please forgive me if I do this wrong at any point. And I also don't have any lip liners, so I can't line my lips before I do it. That's what we're dealing with. So it's not like really bold, really bright, but it is there. And I have very thin lips. And last but not least now, with this complete look, I am going to be using a new setting spray that I got from Jewelry Box. It's called Paradise Twist in Flavor Mango, or Flavor Mango, the scent Mango. Because who would want to eat or taste this? Because, yeah, okay. I'm always nervous to use it because of the spray. Okay. I try to do all three sides so that all three sides get, enough setting spray. So we're just gonna let that sit. I'm gonna take my headband off too, but my hair is probably gonna look horrible. Okay. That's it. So my hair is just in a ponytail right now. Because I always put it in a ponytail because I usually do a lot of like either like looking at my phone, or then I do the dishes, and then sometimes I write, so I need to keep my hair on my face. So this is how it looks right now. Surprisingly, my hair doesn't look that bad. It does feel weird without it in my face, though. So that is the completed look. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And there are going to be more makeup videos coming now. I'm getting way more into this after like the last looks I did on my own that I didn't film, but I did post on my Instagram. So my Instagram will be down below if you want to go see that. I know with the TikTok ban happening, people are like thinking about shutting down their Instagram and Facebook accounts, but for now until something does happen. My Instagram and Facebook are still going to be up, so just you could check me out there. I will, when this video goes up, I will post the link to this video on my Facebook and my Instagram, and I will also show the picture, so, of like the complete look and everything. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, enjoy. Goodbye.